And welcome back to the Second Round Podcast. It's your host, Matt Hags. I'm joined by Sauce Boss George, Jaylee Baby, Mike Bike, and Michelle. Because Zachary is out seeing his nephew on the other coast of the country.
The beef got too out of hand.
Yeah, the beef got too out of hand. He had
we
to go.
kicked him out.
He's in BC, big cock.
Far away from that as possible.
Yeah,
If I want to keep the beef going, I'd say maybe he doesn't have one of those, but I'm going to let the beef simmer.
Hey, he's not
simmering
even
now.
here to defend himself.
I think you're
yeah.
putting it up to medium there, just
Yeah.
a little bit above simmer. Just getting her heating up.
Just not so hot that you want you burning.
Yeah.
But just there's a good. You could fry some fish
You're in a
on
little
it.
bit of a rush. You're sweating a little.
You could fry some fish on that for sure.
What do they say on your?
They're Tomorrowland socks.
What
So
do they
it's
say?
like
Forever.
live forever. Or there's one that says forever love, and then the other one's tomorrow or something
Can
like
you
the
just read
slogan.
They're on.
You
Don't
see it.
guess, read
I
it.
can't see the back.
Let me look at it.
Can you just fucking read it?
Why?
Unite.
Are you
You
trying to
even read.
sunburning my ankle right now?
Can you even read?
I can't read that shit.
Really?
No, it says unite forever.
Yeah.
there you go.
There it is. You can read.
Ha!
Live today,
I'm
love tomorrow, unite forever.
Yeah, so I have
Woo!
3 pairs,
Tomorrowland.
and one says each part of that slogan.
It's the
Oh, that's
Tomorrowland
cool.
slogan.
Nice.
They were sick.
At
Jeez,
Tomorrowland.
fucking. I'm
Sponsor
following the
us.
crack,
Hold on.
man.
Let me ask you a question. How much you pay for those?
Oh, too much.
Listen,
No.
I'd say
They're
30
illegal
bucks.
for you to ask him that.
we're gonna do a little bit of girl math here because I had to convince him to buy them. He was like looking at them like day 2, and I think what were they like $40 at least for like 3 pairs of
Like
socks?
Canadian, I'd say.
Yeah, it was a good 12 pearls.
12.
Yeah.
What?
It was like $40.
So they have it. So in Tomorrowland, there's your own. It has its own currency. So
Okay, I thought you thought that like the European euro was like pearls or something. And I was like,
No.
I was about to call you out
Thanks,
so
man.
bad.
No, it was 12 pearls, which was like a pearl was like what 1.5 euros,
and that's
or
like
something?
it was like $3 pretty much.
Yeah.
Canadian.
per pearl. So
Anyways, the socks were on the pricey side. Pretty much, Hags like, you know what? No, I don't need him. Like, I already got a souvenir. The next
Which
day,
was the hoodie, right?
Yep.
which is a sick hoodie.
It is a very nice hoodie.
the
Gotta
next
give you that.
night, we were in the mosh pit of like front row, like stage. I think it was that night, or was it the one before?
No, it was the one before when we were on the hill, and then
Either
then
way,
it
it
got
was
soaking because it was raining.
Fuck, it was piss and rain the whole day. He got soaked, ruined all of his socks. He didn't pack enough socks.
Oh.
So I was like, now you gotta buy.
That's not technically true. I'm gonna be straight
How many
up.
pairs of socks did you pack?
I packed like 6,
Oh.
but I didn't have a lot of crew socks, and I was rocking shorts. And Jail's my new stylist, and he told me that I have to wear crew socks
It was
with
ankle
shorts.
socks, yeah.
So I couldn't wear the ankles.
Yeah.
Couldn't wear the ankles.
Yeah.
That's facts, man. I've been ripping them.
I never wear them, but I should now, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was
Invest.
like, I need crew socks to complete this outfit because I was out here trying to fucking impress some Australian women.
Okay, back to girl math. How many times have you wore those socks?
Enough, like a decent amount.
This is my first time.
like the black ones.
One.
I wear the least amount, probably like 5 times the white, and then like 2 times this gray, and then like 3 times the black.
You got
maybe.
your money's worth.
How do you know that off the top
I'm
of your
just,
head?
I'm
Seriously.
ballparking this. This is a
Okay.
total ballpark. It's kind of like,
Keeps
it's kind of like when you're putting,
He
it's
has a
kind of,
tally in his room, and every single time he wears it in the morning,
Rotates.
it's on top of his dresser. He's like, okay, let me grab these.
no, it's kind of like, you know, when you're,
Yes, 5.
you know, when you're cooking pasta and you're just really eyeballing how much to put in it because like sometimes you cook too much, sometimes you cook too little.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with the amount of times I've worn
I
these
weigh
socks.
my pasta.
Oh,
You weigh
you're
your pasta?
You're so fucking perfect.
By the
John.
book.
Fucking nerd.
No,
You're
I
so fucking
I
perfect,
hate
dude.
veering off on recipes. I need like the fucking measure.
I respect that.
I respect that too. But like for like spices and stuff and like liquids, but like I feel like pasta is kind of.
And I fixed the video issue. Sorry about that, but Zach's face looked damn good, didn't it? And Josh weighs his pasta like a fucking loser.
So like, say you put like an extra like, I don't know, quarter of pasta in your recipe. That's gonna fuck your recipe pretty much. So.
The ratio is going to be off. I respect that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would expect you to respect that.
100%. Sometimes, well, it depends. So if I'm meal prepping, I'll have like a full bag of like macaroni or some shit, whatever I'm making, and I'll look at the back of it and get the serving size, so I know how many servings I can get out of it.
See, I don't believe servings. Serving sizes are wrong. Serving sizes are for children.
Nutrition, aren't they?
No.
Yeah, no, man, my thing for rice says 2 cups of rice is servings for 4. I eat 3 cups of rice, 3 cups of water myself.
Yeah, but
That's a lot of food.
You're a mutant.
Yeah, you're also a
Me and
different.
Michelle share 1 cup of rice. That's 2 servings.
Yeah, you're also 3 cups of rice in one sitting.
That's a lot.
No, that's
a lot
fucked up.
I could feed a
Well,
That's
Chinese
to be fair,
family.
that
for a
could
week.
feed a full family in Kenya.
To be fair, I'm kind of over exaggerating. I probably eat 2
kinda.
cups of rice, and the 3rd cup worth I save for my lunch the next day. But it's like
That's
a quarter of the
that's
pan.
like your day's worth of calories there. Done.
Yeah.
Just eat 3 cups of rice.
I eat a lot of food.
There we go.
You're a different species. Yeah.
I'd
That's
be
why he doesn't
so
believe in
pumped.
servings.
Do you know how happy I'd be if I found out I was an alien or something?
You probably are,
Explain
man.
so much.
Built
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, I'm so. I still maintain if I didn't have a deadly lung disease, I'd be a professional athlete. It's not even fucking close.
Speaking of which, I want to go into my story.
Oh, is this what you were talking about with Sam?
Yes. So,
no.
Sam and her friends. Also,
keep-
just address the big fat fucking elephant in the room. The boys and girl are looking
Looking
shabby
fine as Jail walks past the
'cause
camera.
we're
Don't give a
going
fuck.
to hit the downtown after this
Going cops.
Yeah,
Going to the KK
yeah,
karaoke cops.
yeah. Love it, love it.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
All right.
Anyway,
It's a cool club to be in.
yeah, it's the cool.
Just the
Cool.
KK.
Yeah, just the 2 Ks. But Sam and her friend from Halifax is down, and he.
Oh, I
has
was so
another
hoping
friend.
it was going to be a she.
Oh.
Well, he is bringing a she friend.
Ooh.
So, when I heard this, I said, "Oh, like where's she from?" And she was like, "Oh, well, she's apparently from up north, but like was born in Ontario." I was like, "Well, she likes disabled short kings. I'm
Oh.
just the guy
Oh.
for her."
Pow, pow, pow.
Oh no!
Hey,
When
Matt,
did you
does
say that?
Like 2 hours ago.
like just to Sam, not like
Yeah,
Just like in
that's it.
conversation, he's like, "Yeah, my fucking disabled short friend. If she likes them, I
Short
got the guy
king.
for
You
her."
did him so dirty.
Yeah, that's a little.
I only
That's
said to
n-
Sam, so that's.
But here's
He's
the
not a
thing.
wingman.
But
But
she's
here's-
gonna send it to him,
No, she's
him and
not.
her, and
No.
be
But
like,
here's
"This
the-
is hilarious."
But here's the thing. I'll be straight up. Did he lie? Did he lie?
No, if you said disabled short king, then
He said disabled short
That's
king.
what I said.
oh, you did. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
I'm a
I thought you
disabled
said
short king,
friend.
But no, disabled short king.
Okay.
I know just. the
No,
guy.
no, no. If he said disabled short friend, that's demeaning.
That would be that would be demeaning.
That's not for anyone. That
Friend.
doesn't help anyone. Like that.
Disabled short buddy.
Yeah.
I said
That sounds like
My pal. He's disabled.
Yeah.
Short.
this guy I know that's short and fucking can't breathe. He's going tonight. He's just like me, except short.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
It's, no, it's
Oh, my.
true.
Where did
No,
that? Where
but
did,
I did say, like, if you legitimately find, because you know what girls are like, they go in the bathroom and find 2 best friends, like, right after. So I said, if you find 2 friends, I have 2 friends there that are young, hot, and ready.
Oh my.
Hot and ready.
Pizza.
Who's the second friend?
Hey, we're just. Hey,
I wonder.
I'm Little Caesars.
Yeah, literally
Short
tag
king.
Little
I'm,
Caesars.
I'm hot and ready.
Hot and ready.
I was once the best wingman of all time for jail, though. I think
Yeah.
that needs to actually be
Should we
put
tell
on-
the story?
I
No,
know.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
Who cares?
Yeah,
Say-
but-
tell the
okay.
story.
So this man, who was downtown?
Me, Alicia, Laura, Sam, and you and Scaplin.
Right. So there was Mike and Sam were together. Sam's 2 friends and Mike's 2 friends, which is me and Scaplin. What are you laughing at?
I'll tell you later.
No, what are you laughing at? Tell me now.
It's not a podcast topic. I promise. I'm
Okay.
not trying to be.
You're not laughing at me telling
No,
my story?
God, no.
Okay. Side note, one time we were singing karaoke. And
I
Hags,
did ruin your life.
and Hags and fucking Zach were sitting on the couch giggling while I was doing karaoke.
Because we were high as
And
kites. You
I-
gotta put that in.
And I thought they were giggling at me fucking singing, but they weren't. But I was getting
really high and giggling at each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
And
Really
he was
self-conscious.
so
I was
pissed.
there that night.
So pissed.
horribly self-conscious. And
So you guys
Yeah.
didn't like my karaoke?
yeah, I was just
He
like,
really
okay, let's,
stopped. He
actually
stopped
makes
after
me
the first
sad.
verse.
Yeah.
He stopped after the first verse. He's like, I'm not singing anymore.
No.
We were like, we're not laughing at you.
well,
dude.
actually, no, it was me and Beck too. Beck stopped
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like we both stopped. We were just like, fuck that.
Yeah, we were like, you can't be laughing during a
And
performance.
what makes it even worse
is
is
we
that
just tore up the time before.
and we were hyping you up.
You were.
Like
You were.
I was taking videos. I was being a hype man. Fucking like, let's go. And backup singers and shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gets
Yeah, that
up
was a
there.
fail.
Gets
That
up
was a
there.
fail
then-
on my part.
Oh, Hags,
That
you
was
go
a
to
fail on
karaoke
my
caps
part.
tonight. I'm booing you.
Anyway,
You
tell
have to
the-
boo yourself because we're doing how
tell,
He gets
tell
the
the
crowd
story
going,
about your
can't.
good friend. Tell the
Yes.
story about your good
Oh.
friend.
Yes, my good friend Mike. This is a few years ago now. This is back
Yeah.
in like my hoe days.
This is before COVID, yeah.
But we
It was 3 minutes ago, actually.
no, we went out and we were at Rob Roy, I think, and there was this random chick that came up to me, which doesn't happen often.
Well,
And-
backstory: Sam and the girls were at dusk first at a different bar, and they were. This is where I say the girl in the bathroom part because they literally found this girl that was
Is that what
downtown
happened?
by herself. Yes.
No way.
So they were in dust downtown by herself, and this girl's just busting it down on the dance floor, and they're like, "Hey, we want to be friends with this chick. She's fun." And then like they were literally
Busting.
just like all dancing in like a group of 4 girls, and then they're like, "Oh, we're going to Rob Roy. Want to come?" Like, don't even know this girl's name at this point. So anyway, continue your part.
I was I was kind of thinking about it. I was realizing why are we talking about this on the pod? But yeah, long story short, Mike or this chick was into me, and then Mike was gracious enough to give me the key code to his own house, so I could take her home and
the deed.
you know, do the deed in his house.
That's not even the funniest part.
No, you say it then. I feel
So
weird
there's
talking
two
about
funny things that. So this girl had like the exact same outfit that Sam had on. So when me and Sam came into the house, I wasn't even through the front door. My bedroom's
Oh,
downstairs.
no.
And I see all of these clothes just fucking sprawled. Like as soon as you open the door, there's clothes everywhere.
Ripped off.
I was like, "Damn, Sam, that's pretty quick." Like, just get up. And then I turn around, and she's behind me. I'm like, "Oh my fuck, okay." That's where all these clothes come from.
That's
Anyway, the funniest
Couldn't
part,
even wait, eh, Jill? Couldn't even wait.
Couldn't wait.
the
Couldn't
funniest
wait.
part is that the next morning, Jail tells me because I was like, I went down to my room like after it happened because they went down to my room and then I slept in my parents' room.
Absolute gun.
Yeah.
What a legend. What a beauty of a
I was
friend.
like, here's the keys, here's condoms, go fucking have fun. Anyway, I was like,
He's like condoms in the second drawer down. Don't you dare fucking open that third one. I swear to God, I'll kill you.
You open the third one, you die.
yeah.
But anyway, I come downstairs to my room next morning. And it's like cleaned up. I'm like, oh, like bed's made. Like that's nice of them. I'm like, why are my like pajama clothes just all over the floor? So I had like a pajama like jacket and pants like from Christmas. And apparently the girl went into the closet and said, "Is this yours? Can I wear it?"
I was like, yep. Go ahead, my love.
So she was wearing my pajamas in
my
my bed in my house and thought it was all Jail's.
The entire
team-
time.
TV show is this from like this?
Yeah.
Fucked.
Wait, I drove her home in the morning, and I think I told her like on the way there, I was like, yeah, that was just. She assumed that was like my house, and I was like, oh no, that was my buddy's house.
Yeah.
I was like, remember the guy that we met like down in Rob Roy? Like, yeah, that's his house.
She's like, so I wore his pajamas?
Wait a minute, I'm so fucking confused.
You've never talked to her since.
Nope.
She's from Ontario.
Yeah,
I
she's not
think,
from here.
so
Oh,
worked
right,
well.
right.
That's the play.
Yeah, sorry, but that is the story of the greatest wingman moment of
Oh,
all time. in my
100%.
opinion.
That's a story that
You should
just
read that
goes
at
through
my
time.
wedding.
I actually,
Oh my.
that's probably a terrible.
No, I
bride
think
would
that's
not
a good
appreciate
idea.
Yeah, let's go.
No, I
when-
agree
The
with you.
bride would not appreciate that story.
What if she's the bride?
Okay,
Then it makes
Then-
She
sense.
still
Then-
might want.
then I'm your best man.
Yeah.
She wouldn't want her dirty laundry out, and it's actually your dirty laundry.
It's your dirty fucking pajamas.
Dirty laundry. Name of this pod.
Yeah. Did we mention why we were drinking?
Yeah, we're going downtown. We said it. That's
Okay.
why we were talking about
Good
downtown.
one.
And then that's
Going
how we got on
KK.
your topic of your infamous.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah,
Your
I said
story.
we were going to KK, but I realized that was not the right word. to use.
No, it's still KK. It's just
Yeah.
close to something else.
Something dangerous.
We're not joining any clubs.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
we're just going and singing some karaoke with our buddies.
We're
It's
just
a good
going
time.
to the club to
karaoke.
sing
Honestly, I'm
karaoke.
going to say this. Karaoke may be the best thing to do when you're drunk downtown. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm all for having fun, but like to me, there's nothing better than
What would you-
ripping a
what
couple
would you
Boys
songs
in the
with your
ice room
buddies.
would like to speak with you.
The boys in the what?
There's this room in one of the bars downtown called the Ice Room where everyone does
Ice.
drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, ice.
Go skiing.
Oh,
They go on
gotcha.
a skiing
Would
trip.
you believe that I fell asleep at karaoke cops?
What?
Yes.
Actually,
yes.
I would believe that.
I actually
Yes,
would believe
Michelle,
that.
you are the queen of sleep.
Anywhere.
You run that pitch.
Last weekend we were here and it was 9 p.m. and you were
Nine.
9 p.m. on
Nine.
the couch conked out.
Sitting up.
So we're gonna
Sitting
have
up, yeah.
this. It probably won't come out for another like at least 2 weeks. But we filmed a Hot Wings challenge. We won't spill anything in terms of what happens on it. But Michelle was there,
Yep.
and after we ate the wings, we came in just to like hang out, as buddies, play some games. And Michelle passed out like
At
immediately.
9 p.m.
So tell us about your pass out at Karaoke Cops. When what was
Yes.
going on?
All right, it was
Who was singing is the most important part.
Probably Josh.
If it was,
Yeah, I think
if it
it
was
was
me, I'm
me.
jumping off the bluff.
Pretty sure it was me.
it was a buddy's birthday party, and we went out to Cajones, and there was tequila shots involved, and we ended up at Trinity, and I fell asleep outside there.
So this was the second time you fell
Yep.
asleep.
Yeah.
So I fell asleep outside there. It was still like sunset because it was summertime, so sunset was like 9 or 9:30 or whatever. And I was just outside on a patio chair, just like, yeah. And our other buddy was just feeding us beers because he won like $300 on the WAPs. So yeah, he was feeding us beers and I passed out. Then they wanted to like switch up the scenery, and Josh was like, "You want to go home?" I was like, "No, I'm having time of my life, falling asleep downtown." Anyways, he's like, "All right, bet." So then we go into karaoke.
Word for word.
I bet.
I bet. We go into karaoke cops. They're singing away, and I just cuddle up in a corner, and I'm asleep for the rest of the night.
Oh, you're at the head of the table under the DJ booth.
or that.
There was no corner.
Or that. And
Dead
Like,
center.
thanks, Josh. Thanks, Josh.
Facing the stage, asleep on the table.
the security guard was ready to throw me out, but every now and then each buddy would come over and be like, "No, she's good. She's good. She's good."
She's just sleeping.
She's just tired. She's pretty sober, actually.
Oh,
She's actually our DD.
I have another story. I'm sorry to hog this pod.
No, this is great.
I went
one
to
after as well.
Halifax. I went to Halifax recently for work and met some friends that I haven't seen in a long time.
Scotty P.
Yeah, so this is a story about Scotty P. So he was telling me that the night before, because I got there on a Sunday, so Saturday night they went out, and one of his friends got blackout nuked. Like he couldn't open his eyes. He literally was just moaning. Like,
No, he
oh.
found the crack. The crack gets you.
He was just
I'm
like,
in it.
like he couldn't open his eyes, nothing. But they wanted to keep going, and they wouldn't let him go home. So they literally brought him to a bar. It wasn't like a
What
club.
time was it at this point?
Probably 11 p.m. He said.
So pretty early in the night.
But he was blackout.
Oh.
And they go to this bar, and they weren't gonna let him in. And Scotty P comes up with this crazy idea. He says, "Listen, it's my friend's birthday. It must have been his birthday, on his ID too. So because otherwise I can't understand how they actually bought
Pulled
the
it
story."
off, yeah.
He was like, yeah, just so you know, I'm his respite worker, and he really wanted to go out for his birthday. No. And the guy
No.
was passed out, because he was in so much, so drunk, so blackout. He was like, yeah, I'm his respite worker. He really wants to go out for his birthday. Please, can we just come in and order a drink and sit down, and then we'll go right away. And then she literally he handed his friend's ID with his own, and they she looked at him. She goes, "Oh, absolutely, follow
Oh
me,
my
guys."
god! So respite worker meaning he's taking care of someone
Yes.
who's mentally challenged
yes,
kind of thing.
yes. So they were in the bar.
That is insane.
And he said the bartender came up every 30 minutes to check on them. He was like, "How you doing, buddy?"
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And Scotty was he says he was playing it so cool. I don't know how this actually happened, but he said we were there for another hour and a half. And just no one kicked us out. And she was so concerned,
Who wants to be my respite worker
Yeah.
tonight? Free beers, man. That sounds like a plan for free beers.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Michelle, you could pull it off.
What are you trying to say there?
What do you mean?
Why are you so confident about that?
Did you mention that someone won $300 in your story?
Yep.
last fucking night, I put $10 into the slots.
Yep.
Pulled out with $200.
Love it.
That's a good day.
Fucking gorgeous.
I got almost sewered by jail last night, actually. So
Whoa! How?
I-
Last night.
yeah,
You
so
were
I-
with us.
He picked me up, man.
I picked him up.
Oh.
Wait, why did you pick me up anyway?
Because I was
You went
vibing.
downtown.
Yeah.
There was reasons.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Never
I
mind.
was vibing. I was out on the. Let's just say I was on the prowl.
On the virtual
You were.
prowl.
Yeah, we were on the prowl, and then the elk got away. And then,
Damn.
I stepped on a branch.
Elk or deer?
He's hunting elks.
I'm hunting everything.
He's not
at this
hunting
point.
deer.
Or was it caribou?
Fucking gazelle.
Or was it just a
Just
moose?
running away.
Just a big old moose.
This fucking big old creature.
Big old knuckle on it too.
Say moose knuckle. Not the camel toe in Canada.
So I
Anyway,
was
so
like,
plans-
I texted
plans
jail.
fell through.
I just texted jail and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of out in town. Like, I can pick you up, is depending on what the time. He's like, yeah, sounds good. Like, so I'm just out in
that
town.
happened.
And he's like, hey man, you just wanna like come in for a beer, like, and then we'll go. I was like, sure. So I go park. Go to Rob Roy because that's where he's at on a work party, a little work function, having a good time. So I walk in, and Jail's playing beer pong with facing a coworker of his and some guy. I'm assuming he worked there as well. I don't know.
No, that was actually a dude that she told me after. That was a dude that was like weird, and she was like, I don't want to be around him.
Oh, nice, even better.
Save
Yeah.
me.
That's classic.
Yikes.
What'd you say? Same?
Save me.
Oh, same.
Like,
Yeah.
why is that so funny?
Michelle's like that too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I thought Michelle's like, get me away from this guy.
So they were like playing beer pong, and Jail was playing with this dude who had a suit on, and the suit looked
You know
like
this
it
guy.
was made out of money.
this guy! Tony Sears is gonna be here tonight. Say this exact same story,
Yeah.
because he's gonna go ballistic. Anyway, go ahead.
So this guy is feeling it in pong. He's missing every shot, but he's feeling it. Because I'm like standing to the side, just watching, making small talk, being like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" Like, don't even got a beer in my hand or anything, just kind of vibing. And Jay looks at me, goes, "You play pong. You play pong with this guy for a second." I'm thinking he wants me to like take a shot or something. I'm like,
I
yeah,
just go
sure.
piss.
He leaves, and when he says he took a piss, that dude, you must have been pissing like a fucking racehorse because you were gone for 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Dude, legitimately. Me and your coworker, I asked.
I wasn't shitting.
Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy. So
Number one
I'm
turned into
there,
number two.
and this guy is like, number one, he was hogging the shots.
Was he
like-
actually?
Yes, he'd like throw one, and it would like go off the table, and he'd like fucking dolphin dive, grab the ball, and he'd be like, "I deserve another one for that." And then he'd get up, and he'd miss again, and he'd be like, and then like they'd shoot one, and he'd grab it, and he'd give me the ball. I'd shoot it like I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, "Yeah, throw it." Hits the rim. They threw another one. He gets it. Then he like sprints over, grabs the ball on their table. He's like, "Ball's back." He goes. It was fucked. I was like,
Hate
"What's
that.
going on?"
I remember fucking with that guy.
And then he kept being like, but then Jail comes back, and I'm like, dude, where are you? Where were you? And I was like, I thought I was lost, just in the abyss with this guy. And I guess his name, I don't know.
His name was Evan.
Yeah, Evan. I thought you were saying Emmett. So, so you
That makes it so much better.
yeah. So then
That
you
name
go,
fits him.
So then you look at him and you go, you're drunk. You're like, let's call a spade a spade. Jail was polluted at this point. He was gone. He was nuked. He looks at the guy. He goes,
At a fucking work party.
he goes, Emmett, what I thought his name was Emmett, shoots another one. He goes, misses it. He looks at your coworker. I can't remember her name. Looks at her and he goes, let's go 1v1. 1v1. So I look at her. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to play anymore. He grabs the ball again, misses. Jail looks and goes, nice shot, Emmett, man. Nice shot. And then like he's like,
I was
fucking-
hyping the guy up all night.
it was not like a make fun of nice shot. It was
Right.
like just Jay was nuked and just trying to be nice. And this dude airmailed it and he goes, nice shot, and then nice shot. And then like the girl just left too. And then I don't know what happened to him because he was in a 1v1 against this chick. I turn around, Jail's getting me a beer.
With my coworker?
Yeah. So he was in a 1v1 with the girl, but I don't think she ever actually agreed to it, is the thing. Because he
So he's just
like,
playing with himself
Yeah,
at
at that point. At that point, he was.
Incel pickup
At
lines.
that point, he was like me in like grade 9 when I didn't have fucking Xbox Live, so I was just playing split screen Modern Warfare 2 against myself. It was like he was just throwing balls. But yeah, I couldn't get over just like because especially obviously I was sober and like coming into that environment of just seeing Money Suit Gary just fucking throwing balls.
Money Suit Emmett.
Yeah, Money Suit Emmett just throwing balls and Jail like I don't understand how you got in that situation in the first place.
So I saw him, so this guy goes downtown like practically every night, and he always wears the same money suit.
Can we find him tonight?
He's probably
100%.
he's definitely going to
Let's
be
point
there.
him out. We'll find him.
I just want to add
Speaking
that
of smokes.
anybody in Newfoundland watches this podcast episode, they know exactly who we're talking
They know
Yeah.
Money Suit guy. He's at
Yeah,
every
yes.
fucking like what's the Growlers shit? The hockey team fucking
Edge?
The Edge?
Growlers?
Oh, the Growlers.
Growlers? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Ice Caps it used to be, but
right.
yeah.
Anyway, he's at every Growlers game. He was at every Ice Caps game, and he always wears the same fucking
Yeah.
suit.
So I have so many stories about him. But come on.
So,
They
yeah,
have to be
so
after.
anyway,
They
I-
have to be after.
I saw him roll in, and I was 1v1 my coworker in beer pong at this point. I was like, get the fuck over here. I was nuked, and I wanted to see what this guy was all about, because you see him everywhere, and he's always just fucking prowling around, just looking for something. I don't know. He's kind of by himself all the time, which is kind of sad. So I was wanting to hang out, but what are you laughing at?
Nothing.
But you both had like a little look at each other.
There's whispers going on.
Mike conveyed a message to me for after the podcast. We got to stop
It
doing
was a
but it's-
telepathic.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Well, it's. But
Were you trying to
either
say
way,
that he was like a bit?
Let's just say the guy. Look, at the end of the
He could
day,
have had a respite worker, is what we're saying.
Yeah, probably. He could have. He could have actually had a respite. Yeah.
It's his birthday.
It was Scotty P.
Scotty B looked like that the night I seen him. Anyway.
No, that's
That's
all
pretty
right.
much it.
That was-
Like it was just. I just couldn't get over it. I mean.
but
so-
yeah, that was. I basically just called him over, fist bumped him, asked him to play
Yeah.
fucking beer pong. He smelled horrible, but like.
Oh, no.
Well, dude, you want to know a story? You wanna know-
That's enough. Let's hear the story.
So
You can go now.
So
To a shower, preferably.
yeah, just make sure there's not gas in it.
Oh my god,
Ah.
this podcast is so out of touch.
Hags, blur that out.
No, I love it.
But no, like we were speaking of people that might need respite workers. There was this guy at baseball there the other night, and he's so. The only
Where's
reason
going?
I'm telling this story is because I couldn't get over his commitment to the bit. Okay, so he came over, and there's a guy on our team that's an older guy, like a vet, and he knew
Like
him.
60s?
No, like it
40?
Grant's probably like
Is
40.
it who, you know who?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's this. He might be the same guy we're talking about. So he was in a
Baltimore.
white sweater, and he was like, he looked like he had a good few beers and came down
Okay.
to the ballpark. Okay, so he was pretty much hammered.
He was nuked.
He comes over to Grant, and he's like, I haven't seen you in a long time, like slurring his speech, so you can tell he's hammered. He sits down next to us as we're like getting ready to like go into the game. So like most people go, say, an hour before game time, and we watch the finishing of the game before us when you have the late game in senior league.
Yeah.
So we were all just kind of like as a team watching, just chatting. This guy comes right up to Grant, and like he gave 3 different versions of what he's been doing for the past like 2 months. The first time he was like, it was crazy. Like the first time he was talking about crab. And he was going off about how like the place of crab is insane, and he's like, I know, I'm on those boats, and he's talking. And at first I was like, okay, he's a crab fisherman, he's probably just home, you know, had a good buzz on. Then he's like, yeah, but 3 weeks ago I was on the rigs, and now all of a sudden he's an oil rig worker. And like the timeline, I couldn't tell how he was getting from this crab boat to this oil rig. This man was a magician.
Maybe he was crabbing off the rig.
Maybe he was
There
crabbing
you
off
go.
the rig until we get to the third one, and the third one is when I had to walk away laughing.
He's a lawyer in space.
No. It still has to do with water. This man said the words Navy SEAL in a sentence. He goes.
He
"But
could be a
what
Navy
God-
SEAL on the oil rig. crabbing.
Maybe
Undercover.
He was also in the Titan submarine.
Yeah, maybe he's so undercover he has to change up his stories.
Yellow.
Yeah,
Maybe
he could.
You know what? I take it back. I was talking to an international super spy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And he was
He's
just
an
too
FBI.
drunk.
No, maybe he wasn't drunk.
So maybe he was
Ooh.
investigating one of us.
He was sober, and he wanted answers.
A little intel.
Yeah, for the Russian spies.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's one guy on your team. I bet he was investigating him. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's yeah, he's a psychopath. But anyways,
You said someone was slurring their speech.
yeah,
the drunk guy.
This guy was, yeah.
So today I was slurring my speech.
Yeah,
Nice.
because you went to the dentist.
I went to the dentist. I had to get something
Hey,
filled.
who's your dentist?
Crentist.
Thanks.
Whoever watched The Office will get that. I had to get something filled, and like my gums were like exposed or something. I don't fucking know.
Whoa. Not good.
Yeah, I was brushing too hard. Is that bad?
Yeah.
I do that all
Oh
the
no.
time.
Anyway, so I had to get
Wait,
like.
what do you mean you were? So,
So-
what do you
so
do?
You brush too
Like,
hard, your gums get like super sensitive.
I had a receding gum line because
Yeah,
I brushed
so-
That's what it is. Yeah.
Guys, what the fuck are you at? Like,
I'm fucking like this.
Yeah, I want to do that again.
No, I as soon as I did that, I was like, oh fuck, that's on. I was like, that's on camera.
Someone clip that.
No.
Clip it, chat.
I was hoping it was just. I was hoping it was just gonna fly by, but it didn't.
I'll make it a
around.
TikTok.
Anyway, so I had to get shit filled in my gums, and
Shit filled in your gut.
yeah, I don't know the terms. And then there
Yeah,
was like,
Michelle, for those of you that don't know,
Yeah.
is a oral. What is the proper term? Oral.
Were you
hygiene?
calling me an oral
dental.
therapist?
An oral specialist, huh, Josh?
Oral
Am I right, Josh?
yeah, Michelle works in like the oral kind of
Industry.
sector.
I'm a dental hygienist.
Very
guys.
good with oral.
It's an oral spy.
Dental hygienist.
You know what's crazy is she actually is going to bring way more views to this podcast than us because of her other endeavors.
Because of her
Sorry,
oral
can you say
skills.
your specialty again?
Dental
OnlyFans.
hygiene.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
So so I was
Cap. I put cap on that.
so I was in the chair and the dentist had to put some needles in my mouth to numb it, and needles didn't hurt, which was sick.
Did I tell her? You tell your story, and then I. Well, actually, kind of.
if it intertwines,
Yeah,
fucking
did I ever
intertwine
tell you the
it.
story of when I got the root canal and the deadening wore off? So I got hot steaks like shoved in my mouth with no deadening. And
Tell
I
that
was
now.
like- yeah, it was bad. So this tooth, for those that don't know, is like completely dead, and there's like a cap on it.
Tell the story about when it fell out too.
Tell every story that you know.
This is gonna be a 50-hour-long podcast.
So, anyways, long story short, when I was getting the root canal done, my doctor just kind of like, I guess he just fucked up the dose of like how much deadening to put in. And I mean, it's a long procedure, so it does wear off, but he just wasn't really aware. And it was in the part of the process where they kind of like, I almost remember them as like being like similar to like a toothpick, but it was like really hot. And he was like stabbing it up to like, I don't know exactly why, but Michelle might be able to talk about what the process is.
Like in your gums kind of thing,
No, like
right?
in the gum and in like the tooth, in the tooth.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, and it was like starting to wear off when he was like scraping, but I was kind of like, you know, because you got a lot of shit in your mouth.
Fuck that! I would have been fucking
And then
screaming.
as he was scraping, it was like wearing off fast. And then as soon, it was like the perfect timing of right as it, like I really started to feel everything again. He shoved this fucking hot steak right up my mouth. I screamed at the top of my lungs, and he was like, oh my God. He's like, are you okay? I was like, dead nig. And he was like, stabbed a needle in my mouth. Like as the tooth, this hot steak is still in it. He stabs a needle in my mouth to numb it. It was fucked.
So did the numbing work like right away?
Not right. It hurt. I was not happy.
It hurt like
Yeah.
a bitch. I
Yeah.
sued the place.
Yeah.
They are no longer in business.
I own it. It's called Matthew Haggerty Dentistry.
I sold it for $1 million.
How do you think we have this podcast equipment?
Yeah, but no. So I had to get numbed, and you know when you get numbed, like your mouth goes all fucked. So I couldn't talk, and I thought it was gonna stay numb by the time I got here, but it didn't. It's worn off a little bit, thankfully.
What time did you go to the dentist?
Like 2:30, but I wasn't in the dentist chair until 3 o'clock. Out in the lobby waiting.
Rot it.
Fuck.
Matt, you have a crown on the root canal,
I think.
and the crown fell off while you were with jail?
Yes. Yeah. So
Right before Tomorrowland.
yeah, literally. So before I went to Tomorrowland there a couple weeks ago with these two lovely people.
Which I
I
like.
was at Zach's house.
Not
We were
making
all
painful
high.
story time.
We were all like, you know, high and watching movies and drinking and having fun.
What
Yeah.
were we doing?
We were having like a Mexican night.
Yes, that's what it was.
So I ate a ton of corn, and I was just crushing corn, like on the cob, like just fucking.
That'll do it.
And I had a piece stuck in between these two teeth here, and I was like digging at it like I always do, and I went like this, and it just popped right off and into my lap. and I'm looking at it, and no one notices, right? Because I'm sitting on the couch.
Me and
Jail's
you
next
were
to
sitting on the couch. I'm lying down on the couch like this because it's like an L-shaped couch, and
Yeah.
you're like
Like,
facing
right
me,
next
but
to me,
I'm not
yeah.
looking at you at this
no.
point.
So I'm just kind of like looking at the tooth, and I'm like feeling like
Yeah.
just make sure that because like basically how the cap works is I have an actual tooth under it. It's just shaved
Basically,
down.
a crown is a helmet that goes over your real tooth, but you do have to shave down your natural tooth to make it fit. So it's
Yeah.
not so chubby, but
Yeah. So it was like really skinny, and like I was like I'm and like keep in mind this is like 48 hours before I'm supposed to be on a plane to
Yeah.
go to Europe to the like
For
my
like the trip of
dream-
your life.
the trip of my life,
to get laid.
Yeah, with the goal in mind.
the goal in mind. So I'm like I might kill my because I look like a meth head. Like, I look,
That was fun.
I go, I might kill
because it's like my front
All I want for Christmas
right
is
tooth,
my
I think.
two front teeth.
Yeah, 100%. So like I looked like a meth head. I'm just sitting there with the tooth in my hand. I look at Jail and I go, "Hey, Jail," and I like just hold up the tooth, and he's like, "Is that your tooth?" And I just smile at him, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Start screaming.
Because at this point, I fucking forgot all about that. Because that was
Yeah.
back in like what, grade
course.
5
Grade
or
six.
Yeah. So I forgot all about it. I
Yeah.
just thought, whatever.
Button, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Did your fucking tooth just fall out?
Yeah.
Where's the corn?
Yeah. So I'm like,
That's the real question.
I'm like kind of just chilling there. Everyone's having like a good time. Jail's like kind of laughing, freaking out. And then I look over at everyone else at the dinner table and I just smile and no one kind of pays attention until Zach catches it and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" Like he's like,
I can hear it.
yeah. So I just like explain it to him. So then they're all laughing at me. I get like a baggie and put the tooth in this baggie. The baggie's way too big, by the way. Oh, it's I got the window open.
I'm a
That's
sweaty boy
Sorry,
as
go
well.
on.
And then so like I got it in a big baggie. Luckily, my dentist is a family friend.
Is also
so I
Crentist.
literally called him.
Beauty.
I literally call him. He's at a family reunion, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to Europe like in 48 hours, and like my tooth fell out." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, the cap came off." He's like, "Do you have it?"
No
I'm like,
cap.
"Yes." He's like, "Is your tooth itself cracked?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "I'll get you in tomorrow morning. Don't worry about it." And he just is like, I'm like, "That's my man."
Yeah,
That's my
absolute
boy.
legend.
That's a gun right there.
So, like, does the raw tooth, when it was out, like, if you touch it with your tongue, does it feel fucked?
Oh, it felt so fucked. Like
Yeah.
it felt like there was like nothing there. I was
was
talking
like-
with a lisp because like my tongue's used to like
Touching
bouncing
that,
off
yeah.
the edge of the thing like when you normally speak, and there was just nothing there. So I was like talking like that. Like,
Could you,
Please talk like that for the rest of the episode.
never.
could you feel could you feel the tooth with your tongue? Or was
Oh,
it
yeah.
or was it like dead, like no nerves? Or
No,
anything?
no. The nerves are dead.
Yeah,
in
because
it.
a root canal is removing the nerve, so that's why he could feel the pain.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
A
Yeah,
root
like you're
canal is
ripping-
removing. You have a shell of a tooth left behind, but your nerve is gone. So
Yeah.
it's like if you had a finger,
Yeah.
and had to go away, but instead they just took your nerve out and kept your finger.
After your story,
Yeah, so
I
like
have
when
a
he was
question
putting
for
those hot
Michelle,
rods and
but-
he was like ripping out shit.
Nerves.
So I was like fucking
I don't
like
know if it was
that
actually a hot
makes-
rod. I
that-
think it was the nerves ripping out, being like, ha!
Oh my god.
maybe that's what it was because it felt
So that's
warm.
like the worst pain I feel like you'll ever.
oh it
feel
was
in your
bad.
life,
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, you should have been numbed all the same.
Oh yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. It was fine when I was numb,
Yeah,
but when
so-
it wore off, I was just
Yes.
fucked.
Yeah.
I'll never let that man live that down.
But
Yeah, you sued him.
So it's not the same dentist.
No, it is
because you own. Because you
Oh, it's the same guy.
Yeah. I got.
Well,
faith.
we love that guy.
I got.
He could do
I got
it.
faith.
Yeah,
in
he
Dr.
made up for it
He
by
did. He came back in the second half.
Yeah.
He had us in
he
the
had a
first.
legacy game there.
Yeah.
You know.
Had you in the fur.
Yeah.
What do you got, Mike?
I have a question for Michelle because I have a baby tooth still in my mouth,
Right.
and there's no adult tooth under it.
Mhm.
Where?
So
Holding
This
on
is
to
when
his
I
Oh, what the
This
heck?
is when I
Yeah.
wish we
You
were
see
running
it?
3 cameras.
yeah.
For anyone that's wondering, we don't
We're
have our
team
3
five.
cameras today, so I'm so sorry because
So,
this would be perfect.
When that fall, because they tell me pretty much like they're not going to do anything with it, but like one day it's just going to fall out.
True.
So like, will I get a root canal then, and then like a fake tooth there? Like, how's that?
No.
Because if your
Dentures.
tooth falls out, then the nerve's gone too. So
Yeah.
like you wouldn't need a root canal.
Woo!
So a root canal is basically when your tooth dies, but it's
Oh.
still in your mouth,
Oh,
and you
okay.
can't do anything.
But yeah, if you follow it out, then like it kind of, the gums and the nerves kind of self healed, and the shell of the tooth just is gone. But they'd probably want an implant or a bridge or a denture,
Right.
or just nothing, and then you have a gap.
Yeah, I don't mind having like it's in a nice spot where like a gap wouldn't be noticeable. You know what I mean? Like unless I
Yeah, but
Unless
doesn't that
it's
suck for hygiene? Like shit gets stuck in it and like.
Yeah, like if you're eating it like a Dorito chip or something, it might like get caught
Like
down.
stab.
Yeah, but
That would hurt like a bitch.
Yeah.
God damn.
yeah, I'll just eat on the right side.
There you go.
Do you guys have a side of your mouth that you eat? Mine's 100% the left. I
Mine's
chew
my left.
everything on the left side.
Mine's my left.
I'm symmetrical.
75% right, 25%
What?
left.
Yes, actually, I like to switch sides. Yeah.
Stop.
But like right's my like.
That's not
dominant,
the only
but I
place you
also
like to switch,
still
eh,
eat
Mike?
on the left
Yeah,
sometimes.
I'm a bit ambidextrous.
I need
Same.
to eat something right now to figure it out.
Yeah, really.
I think I only notice it when I'm chewing on the left. I might occasionally chew on the right, but it's like just right.
Ew.
So like today where I'm a left-sided chewer, I think.
It was weird, wasn't it, when you were trying to chew on the right?
No, because my left side was all numb. So I made like homemade like chicken tenders, like actual chicken, like sliced up and shit, and a honey dill sauce from Mary Brown's, made from scratch, delicious. But I couldn't enjoy it because I was chewing on my right side. It felt weird, and then when I chewed on my left side, fucking food would get stuck in my fucking little chamber of cheek
Yeah.
here. I couldn't get my tongue down to get it
Did you also find
like you usually can.
Did you find it weird chewing like on the filling too? Like
No,
my
it's-
last filling, like I felt like I was gonna take the filling out by chewing.
So
on
I don't think it's like a filling. Like it's like
right, because your gums. Then
it's just like a hard, like they had like ultraviolet light to
sorry.
It's okay.
they had like ultraviolet light to keep the whatever shit. He said it was like a Play-Doh, and then you put it on your gums where it's like like exposed tooth,
Right.
and then UV light just hardens it.
Oh,
So
I had that done before.
Yeah, so
actually.
I had to get that done around like my canines and shit.
Fair, because that's like what is in this. It's like a form of cement that's in this that
Yeah.
keeps it up. So like after like a long time, the cement just kind of like wears off, and that's why it popped off.
Right.
So like,
I never asked him if it was like forever.
do you ever think that shit's like crazy?
Weird?
though?
Yes.
Yeah, like you ever
Like you're just
like
gluing
who-
shit in your mouth.
But it's not even that. It's like, who the fuck? Like, it's amazing to me how things have progressed sometimes.
Yeah, who came up with
Like,
that?
how the fuck did you go from like just your teeth are all rotted out? We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, let's
to,
take
like,
'em all out.
Let's have everything you could ever need, like
Did you
fake
say
teeth, best
you got a
teeth.
filling on like your recession, and you don't know if it's gonna last.
Yeah.
It probably won't.
No?
No.
How long?
Textbook says it's like 5 to 7 years, but like if you're clenching or grinding or brushing too hard, it's probably gonna pop out sooner.
Oh.
So it's probably gonna be something you
be
replace.
gentle.
So like the whole thing will come out at once if it comes off?
Not your tooth, but yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, will.
But I can't even tell where it is.
'Cause
It looks all the same
they
as my
color
gum.
blended it so well, but it
Oh,
will
look at
probably.
them.
Yeah,
Mm.
artists.
Yeah.
Well, like to be fair, if you look at these, you never know
No.
one's not a
No.
tooth.
No.
I want to get my teeth whiter though.
So at
I'm
what
getting so
time are we
self-conscious
at
about
before
it.
jail talks?
46. So
I
I'd
was
say
just
we're
gonna
about to
say,
finish.
are we done?
I
think Josh-
no offense to our viewers, but I want to get fucked up.
Dental 101.
Where's your drinks?
I got drive, brother.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
he's driving
yeah,
his-
forgot.
Where's your drinks?
He's driving.
Yeah.
No.
JK.
No,
I got my
no,
glasses, all right.
Josh, didn't you have one topic you wanted to say, and then we're good?
No, we're good now.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
thank you
sure?
so
I'll
much
save
for.
Wait, hold on. What did I have? I think I had. Oh, never mind. I had my slot story and my dentist story. I'm good.
You
Cheers.
sure, Josh?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Well, this has been the second round podcast. Once again, sorry for the one camera, but we had some technical difficulties. Sorry for the start of looking at Zach's face. We miss him too.
How long was the start of that? How long are they staring at Zach's
7
face?
minutes.
7 minutes.
We apologize.
Yeah, that's a tough day. That's a tough day for everyone.
I would argue they didn't look at it enough, but
That's true.
Wait,
That's true.
wait. Before we end this, I'm so sorry. What are we eating downtown?
oh yeah,
Fat
we didn't
Bastard.
talk about that. Fat Bastard?
Fat
Is that the
Bastard?
play?
I thought that was the consensus.
What is that?
That's
It's-
the new
it's the
taco
new-
place.
Oh yes. I
It's a-
agree.
it's a-
Oh,
there?
wait, we're getting tacos downtown?
No, it's like a
Yeah.
burrito taco kind of.
Oh, I'm so happy.
No. However, the lineup is always very fucking long.
So?
worth.
Yeah, fair enough. I've never been there, but it's owned by the same guy as Mary Brown's, Greg Roberts.
Oh, let's do it then. Let's support
Big
local.
gun.
Let's
He's
support
absolute
local.
Greg.
Absolute
I'd
legend.
love
Family
him to
friends.
support this podcast.
Yes?
Yay.
What if he just sponsors it? What if this podcast was sponsored by Mary Brown's? Do you understand how jealous?
I'll go
Kennedy
to
would
my
get?
boss, and my boss will go to him.
I think
Self-
Jacob Kennedy, government name, search him up if you want. I think Jacob Kennedy would be the most upset person on the planet if I said to his face, "I have a Mary Brown sponsor."
I can shoot GR an email. He's answered me before.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
what's
hey,
his email?
Let's talk. Let's
Put it out on the podcast.
Let's take this off pod. Let's take this business.
Everyone
deals
look
off
at the
pod.
screen.
Anyways, thank you so much for listening. If you're still listening at this point, as always, you're a number one fan. We love you so much. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Tell them. I know it's going to be awkward watching the first 7 minutes of this video, but some could say it's like 7 minutes in heaven looking at that face. So let's just.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
This
You
is a
got
funny episode.
This is some good stories.
We're
Michelle,
silly-
thank you so much for sitting in.
Woo!
Love the
Golf claps.
expertise on the dental
dentistry.
hygiene
Oral
and the
therapy.
oral.
Yeah, you're the best. You're
Yeah.
the best
Oral
oral,
specialist.
dental
You're the
hygiene
best
ever.
oral specialist.
Yeah,
Josh knows.
that's what this podcast needed.
And the boys are on the prowl. That's it.
All right, we're gonna end this shit.
Just have like